So we're in the month of March, and what is exactly going on in the watch market? So the watch market is extremely low, and what do I mean by that? I mean it's a buyer's paradise. For you guys out there looking to buy that dream watch, that grail watch, or that watch you've always wanted, it certainly is a chance where you can jump out there in the marketplace, do your homework, find a credible dealer and buy it just over retail on some models. And I will go through some of them later in the video, some a little bit more and some quite a bit more for the hard to get, but it is still a low buyer's market. It's definitely a market where you guys can capitalize on it. And what we've seen as well is low or no part exchanges, hardly any part exchanges coming through at LWC. So that tells you the market is low, because you guys out there that are trading up with us are saying, actually, I don't want to sell my watch at that price. I think I'm not getting enough value on that. I'm just going to keep it, and it will not stop you from buying it. We are still seeing you guys that they're buying from us, but certainly regard part exchange, we're seeing hardly any coming through. And for some dealers that I now supply, they used to buy all my part exchanges. They're finding it a little bit harder because they're not actually coming through. So they're actually ringing me constantly going, Charlie, have you got any part exchanges coming through? I really need to get my stock levels up. I'm finding it really hard. So it's a good time for buying, but for dealers who actually deal in part exchanges or certainly sell watches that we would actually sell out to the trade, is a difficult time for them because you guys are not part exchanging watches. So a good indication where the market is: February, shortest month of the year. We've checked our sales figures. We actually had our second busiest sales total of our current tax year, which ends this month. So that tells you where the market is. It is a short month, but we have hit record sales, and only by a very small margin did we fall short. I mean, really short. So that tells you that the market is certainly buoyant. It shows you where the market is, and that's not just the UK. You know, if you're a fan of the channel, you watch our content, you will appreciate that we sell overseas on a regular basis. We sell a lot to the US, and it's certainly a global thing. It's not just the UK. Due to the currency exchanges, due to some small import duties and taxes, guys in the US, you know, it's between 5 and 8% for you guys to buy. But the market is still buoyant, and it's not just the UK, it is globally. So the big question on all your lips is, what is actually selling in the current market? And I can confirm our busiest total, the price point for you guys out there, the sweet spot for the last 4 to 6 weeks is £8,000 to £15,000. No surprise, the date just. So we've got even the smooth bezel Jubilee. That's proving really popular in the top 3 dials, the mint, the blue and the Wimbledon. Obviously the fluted Jubilee in the same range, proving really popular. Then we're into Submariner range. We've got Submariner steels, date, no date. They're really popular in the market. The blues is extremely popular. We're selling them super quickly if they ever come in, due to the current market prices being just a touch over retail. Then we're into the next range, the GMT, a really hot market in this particular one. We're looking at obviously the Pepsi, the Sprites, the Oysters, both and Jubilees on both. Rumours of discontinuation, as we know, and that's the reason why all these watches are being bought up quite quickly. We're even selling fully stickered Sprites, both the Oyster and Jubilee. I'm just going to quickly show you these. So we've got one here, not stickered but brand new unworn, another one brand new unworn, both left-hand drives, one on the Jubilee, one on the Oyster. We're even selling fully stickered to clients who are buying these and actually wearing them and having them sized. So this particular one we sold that was fully stickered last week, that's gone as a commodity. This particular one that's fully stickered, that's been sold to a client who's actually going to wear it, and I love that. That's what the market's all about. That's what the market should be. If it gets discontinued for you guys that have bought, great news, fantastic for you, but always buy what you like and always buy what you wear. One of the other really big sellers, one of the trends we've seen, is the deep sea range, proving really popular out there for you guys. They're definitely selling this side of LWC. The JC in particular, I've got one to show you here. This is the 1-2 reference, which seems to be the sweet spot for you guys out there. The 1-3 has a bit more of a premium, but these ones now, we're selling brand new unworns for just over, this just a few £100s over. So you can see the value in that watch in the current market. For you guys that want that bigger watch in that blue black, and all my clients that buy this absolutely love the dial for the dial and dial alone. Definitely one that's been selling. And also got the Sea Dweller 43 red, none in at the minute. New retail on that is 11,700. We're retailing them brand new for £12,000. So for you guys out there, I can see why you're definitely pulling the trigger. So the reason I think the Deep Sea and the Sea Dweller is doing well in the current market is because retail price, grey market price, there's hardly any difference from you going on the wait list with your Rolex AD, waiting for that watch, buying the things you don't want. You can go straight to the grey and you can buy for literally list or just a few £100 over list. So if you can find yourself a credible dealer out there that has a genuine stock with a full set for that, that is why that watch and both of these deep sea and Seedlers are proving popular in the current market. So a big question on all your lips, what are you guys pulling the trigger on over the 18K threshold? One of the hottest models, no surprise to you, that we've had over the last 4 weeks is the Daytona range, and it's the steel, the Pandas. We've been selling them for fun. I've got one to show you here. This is a 2019 full set, as everything with LWC. Price-wise, just under 24K. We've had a couple we've sold in recently, 24 to 26K. Extremely, extremely popular watch. We've also had the new reference white dial in, which in my opinion, and I'll show you that black dial as well, actually, I've got the black dial here. This is the new reference black. I really, really like this watch, and you might not believe me when I say this, but I actually prefer it to the Panda. I've always been a Panda boy. I absolutely love the white dial. In the new reference, I will say, and we've had a couple in, it's quite a matte white dial in the new reference, almost like the Tudor Black Bay Chrono. For you guys that have seen that, you'll know what I mean. Out of the two, me personally, I think this is definitely the one to go for. The white obviously carries a premium, but this is the one that when you see it, you think, oh, that is such a nice watch, and one that I would genuinely wear. It's got the bigger, thicker shoulders, new bezel insert, new movement, new case back, as we all know. But price-wise on these 28K, the Pandas are the 30K. We've had a few of those in. There's not many coming through, obviously extremely hard to get. But for me, in the new range, that is the new sweet spot. So one watch that I think there's a lot of potential in 2024 is the OP Celebration 41mm. We've had a few, we've actually had 3 in over the last 2 weeks, sold them straight away. I've got another brand new one that landed here yesterday, another 2023 that's just come in. And the long-term potential on that, when you look at the Tiffany, which was discontinued recently, which is actually selling for more than that, bearing in mind there's a lot more on the market, and how hard this watch is to get. You have to have an unbelievable relationship with your ID. You have to have a massive spend. I think for me personally, the potential on this watch is huge, long term, but certainly with the rumours of Watches and Wonders and everything going on with obviously April and March this year, you know, I still think they're low in the market. They've not gone up over the last few weeks like the Pepsi or the Sprite, which I've just mentioned. They've stayed around the same price, and for me, I think there's so much potential in this watch. What's slowing the market? Big surprise, bimetal GMT, 18 karat rose gold, root beer. We put a video out a few months ago, what we were paying for that particular watch. We've stocked up, we actually had 4, we've got 3 now. New retail on that watch is 14.3, it's pushed it into the dangerous threshold. So for us, considering that was our best selling model of 2023, it's definitely slowed. It's just at that really tough price point in the marketplace. Again, if you want to buy it, it's just literally just over list, maybe 10% max over list. You'll be able to get yourself a really nice example of a little bit more brand new unworn, but that's definitely slowing the market. Another one, the Starbucks, I've got a few in there, slowed down, and you've got to think it's only probably 10 or 15% more than a standard Submariner date, which is crazy to think, isn't it? There was a much bigger gap before, so if you guys want to look for that bargain or something that different, a Starbucks, it's actually a really good time to buy. And one of the other ones that is extremely slow in the marketplace, and I am pained to say it, is the Pikachu. The 18 karat yellow gold Oyster Flex Daytona Pikachu. I have 2 to show you here, the same as mine. So I've got the old reference, the 1-1, the one with the most character on the dial in my opinion, and I also have the new reference, which is here, the 1-2 reference. Whenever we got one in, we would sell it straight away. We'd buy 2, 3 and 4 at the same time. It carried a huge premium last year. It still carries a premium this year. We are still not getting anything new through with the new reference. It's not as though the market's saturated with them. It's not as though anything's changed historically with the market on this particular watch. The grey market seems to be coming back on this model, and it does pain me to say that for no other reason than other dealers saturating the market with low prices, which is unrealistic in my opinion, considering how hard this watch is actually to get. And for whatever reason in the current market, this watch has now become a slow seller. We have now aligned our prices for both the new reference and the old reference to market prices. Yes, we still get inquiries. It seems to be more from Asia, ironically, who absolutely love these watches, but it's definitely slowed down, and for me, that is extremely painful. Hope you enjoyed this video. YouTube thinks you should watch this video next.